Hey everyone, so tonight we're doing a review on the Walgreens exclusive Silver Centurion Iron Man. Looks pretty cool. Little Iron Man image on the front, on the top, on the side, it's got a really cool drawing. And on the back, it just shows him right there. I do wish he kind of came with some more of those, explosion or blast off effects like the other Iron Man, since he isn't coming with the Build-A-Figure or anything, but that's just me anyways. We'll get this guy opened up, check out the accessories, and then go over the details. Just really quick, he does actually have a pretty cool insert. I don't know. I won't be using it because I feel like it's kind of small, but something different compared to past inserts. All right, so first up, he comes with these translucent yellow, longer blasts to kind of plug into these wider blasts, which we've seen with the 80th anniversary Iron Man, the more classic looking one, which I still have yet to open. So I will be doing a video of him. At least we'll have some other newer Iron Mans to kind of do some comparisons with, but those kind of just fit in there just like that one. But they're both very translucent yellow, which looks cool. He also comes with the same blast effects we have seen for years now, but still very cool to get just all yellow translucent ones. And he also comes with two fisted hands. These are most likely the hands I will be using for him, just because I feel like I have so many Iron Mans with their hands open. But yeah, very cool. All right, now checking out Iron Man. Pretty cool. I like it. It's got nice silver paint applications right on the front of the faceplate. Got kind of a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's just a black mouth and black eyes. And then coming around here, it's definitely more of a smooth and shiny red plastic. It has a little bit of kind of pearlized, not a crazy amount, but it does give itself a little shine, but it's got a good sculpt to it. But I think it's pretty cool. And then coming down the front here, you get the nice red plastic again. And you get the arc reactor, just in that flat white. It did get a little sloppy on mine. You can see a little bit on the front or down the bottom here and a little bit on the sides here. But not too bad. At least there's not like red showing right in the middle. Otherwise that red just continues on. You can see this little pack on his back here. Looks pretty cool. He does have the nice silver on his arms, which looks good. Get some indentation in the plastic there, but not too bad. It just kind of comes down to his forearms, which is just done in that red again. You get the open palms. The lower body is just that same red. I mean, it's not a crazy amount of detail in this figure, but it is cool to get a Silver Centurion Iron Man armor. And his legs are just the same bright, nice shiny silver, and it goes right down to the red boots. So let's run them around so you guys can see that. But it does look cool. All right, so I'm gonna go over the articulation. So his head looks, you can kind of rock it side to side. It's cool that he has his range of motion, but you can see here, like holding him straight on, you get that funky gap, and it looks really weird. Especially if you're having him look up, you can actually see that little peg in there. So that does bother me. Back is not as bad. So for this one, I would say I do prefer the hinge, the neck with just the hinge joint, the typical Marvel Legend, very similar to like for example, real quick, like the Spider-Man. So he's got the hinge on the neck. I feel like that would hide that funky gap because you'd have plastic right there. I don't know. That's just my opinion. It does give it a good, full-on rotation, but it just gets weird. I don't like that. Left and right, like always. This is one thing I do like. I like how when you rotate his arms here, this whole thing moves with him. That's very cool. And his arms move out, so he's got a good range. Got upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation. No hinge on this hand, but when you swap the fisted, they do have the hinge at the wrist. Does have a nice yeah, he crunches pretty good forward. Arches back very far, so you can get him definitely in some good flying poses if you don't want to have his. Well, you're still going to have that gap no matter how you arches, have him looking around, so that's a little bummer. Waist swivel, kicks up, and he spreads pretty far. He's got an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, no boot rotation, ankles move down, they move up, and he does have nice ankle rockers and pickles on his feet. So I'll go ahead and show you him holding up his little blast effects, and I'll swap out the hands, and I'll show you guys how tall he is, and we'll get into some comparisons. So he's holding the two different blasts. You get the big one or the little one, whichever you prefer. Looks pretty cool. He's holding back like, and then here's my version of him, kind of how if I were to have him posed flying, I would do the bigger ones at the bottom, and then the smaller ones at the arms or at the hands. But that looks pretty cool. And then here are the little ones kind of on his feet. And then here he is with his fisted hands. Looks cool. Let's pull this off so you can get him fully in camera. But I think that looks cool, just, you know, fisted hands. One thing I will say real quick, I wish they gave these hinges, because I feel like when I'm pulling this hand off, I naturally want to flatten it so I can get a good grip. So having to like grasp it like this and then pull, I don't know, I feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure, and I feel like I always have to warm this up to get it soft to pull out. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish they gave him a hinge right there. That would just help not to break, you know, have an accident and accidentally break the peg off. Anyway, we'll show you guys how tall he is, and then we'll get into comparison with the Toy Biz one. All right, so Iron Man stand, a little over 6.5 inches tall. And then here he is next to the Toy Biz one, the only other one we have ever received in Marvel Legends scale. I believe that's from a comic. I guess if you want to count the Iron Man 2 armor as close to it, because he was a silver and red, this with the suitcase, you can. But I feel like with comic-wise, that's the only other comic Silver Centurion we've gotten before. He also does come with this kind of rocket right here, and I will show you in a second how that kind of goes on. But overall, I think it's a cool comparison. The Toy Biz one clearly has a lot more detail. It's got more of an emerald kind of, you know, shinier, glossier red. This is definitely more flat. Also, the face mask can come off. You can see here, you get a Tony Stark head in there, looking around, deciding what he wants to do. It fits in pretty well. Come around the side, it's got more of a black wash over the silver. It's a very dull silver, it's not a shiny. On the back, it does have the pegs and stuff for that rocket to fit on. So the back's not very pretty on the Toy Biz one, but you can definitely kind of see the more bulkiness and seeing the detail difference on the boots here too. Pretty cool. I do like this figure though. All right, I'll show you the guys with the rocket on them and everything if you guys are curious. All right, so here you guys go. The back of his little belt here pegs into the back of the rocket. It's pretty cool because it's a Stark, but it covers up most of his face here. But it's a very cool figure. I don't know. If you don't have them, I recommend picking them up. I think you won't be disappointed. I mean, not all of them will come with a rocket, especially if you're buying them loose. But I'm pretty sure the rocket's not super important to the others, but it's still pretty cool. I like, and then also I have to have them complete. It drives me crazy when I don't. But anyway, overall, I think this is a cool figure. I mean, it's a great looking Silver Centurion. It's missing details, I guess I would say, if you want to compare it to the Toy Biz, like I was saying, with the black wash, and it could add some more depth. But overall, it's just a clean, nice suit. I really like how this guy turned out. I'm glad they made him. I'm glad they did it as like a Walgreens exclusive. They don't have to throw him in a wave, and I feel like people always complain there's too many Iron Mans in waves, which there is a lot. But I enjoy building up the armors, so I don't ever really complain about the more Iron Man, you know, as long as they look different. But adding him into the Walgreens, you know, exclusive category gives those people that don't really want another Iron Man a choice to either pass on him or pick him up. So I like that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. I think it's a very cool figure. I would pick him up if I saw him at Walgreens, as I did. Anyway, please leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. Take care.